Alright, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, victims of all ages. What's up, motherfuckers? Wishing you guys a gracious good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it may be for you, wherever in the world you may be. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me for a couple minutes today. Listen, I don't know who needs to hear this. Throw away your cell phone box. The box that your cell phone came in, you don't need it anymore. Alright? I promise, you don't need it anymore. You don't need the instructions. You don't need that shit. Throw it the fuck away. I don't know who needs to hear that. I don't know why that's been weighing so heavy on me. Throw it the fuck away. Speaking of pulling things out of boxes, right? My girl asked me yesterday, she was like, Mike, did you pull out? And I said, yeah, of course I did. Right after I came in you. So the day before that, she sends me a message. She was like, Mike, guess what? I'm off my period. And I said, oh yeah? Well then, make sure you give me a call tomorrow when you're not fucking medium rare. Oh, that's funny. To this day, I don't know, and to this day, I don't know why an erection isn't considered personal growth. I don't get it, even to this day. One more thing. Okay, check this out. Okay, now watching all these videos, the most common thing that I've seen is when this piece of shit scumbag officers come to your fucking window and say, excuse me, sir, do you know that you have a tail light out? No, you fucking scumbag cocksucking piece of fucking dog shit. I didn't know that. You wanna know why? Because I drive from the inside of my car, you cocksucker. I love people. I'm a humanitarian. Oh, that's so funny. So today, guys, today is Friday. Oh, God, I got 4 videos for you guys. The first one comes from Dawn Andre Investigations about a fucking scumbag Kentucky police officer who hopefully eats his fucking gun and how he uses electroshock therapy on an innocent woman. The second video comes from Hendry. This is about my man was unlawfully arrested. There's ID refusals. There's walks of shame. There's all kind of shit going on in this video. The third video comes from Luis Aguilar, and this is the police need to see my man's ID and run him for all this shit because he wants to get his shit out of his house that he shared with some scumbag fucking cunt. I can totally relate to that. 100%. 100% totally fucking relate to that. And the last video comes from D.Deldo. I don't know how to say this name. Anyway, this is a false arrest and an obstruction charge. That being said, you guys know what fucking time it is, man. Roll them up, twist them up, spark it up, crush it up, shoot it up, sniff it up, fucking get it off your local Mexican that just came here illegally. Whatever the fuck it is that you guys do for your fucking drinks, let's fucking do it. Dawn Andre Investigations. Show us what happened with this scumbag fucking cunt cop. Let's go.
Freedom ring with the shotgun blast!
A report was made about 2 suspicious individuals outside a residence in Louisville, Kentucky. Officer Gregory Satterley from the Louisville Metro Police Department responded to the call and found Nyshawn and Stefan Beckham sitting in a van parked outside a family member's home. According to the video evidence, Officer Satterley and another officer approached the couple and asked them to leave several times, saying they were trespassing. The couple explained to Officer Satterley that they were not trespassing, but waiting for their family members to return home so they could pick up their children who were staying with the relatives who owned the home. When Mrs. Beckham, who was a passenger in the van, refused to provide her identification and requested to speak to a supervisor, Officer Satterley would forcibly remove her from the vehicle, throw her to the ground, straddle her, and repeatedly demand that she place her hands behind her back. Although Mrs. Beckham complies with Officer Satterley's commands, he would still decide to escalate his use of force and discharge his taser, striking Mrs. Beckham in the chest.
Okay, then get your IDs out. Let me see your IDs. Let me see your IDs and see that. Give me your ID. Give me your IDs. Just step out of the car. Come on, step on out. Nope. Because I'm telling you. Nope. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Okay, you don't have to be aggressive. Oh, you don't have to stop. Get my paperwork.
I'm gonna put your paperwork in there. I'm putting your paperwork in the car. If you get stupid, you're gonna go to jail. You understand me?
I have to speak with a supervisor.
Turn around. Turn around.
I have to speak with a supervisor.
Turn around.
I have to speak.
Put your hands behind your back now. Put your hands behind your back now.
I have to speak with a supervisor.
Put your hands behind your
I
back.
have to speak with the supervisor.
You're gonna get tased.
I asked to speak with the supervisor. I asked to speak with the supervisor.
6 Charlie starts.
I asked to speak with the supervisor.
Put your hands behind your back
I
now.
asked to speak with the supervisor.
Put your hands behind your back
I
now.
asked to speak
Put your hands
with
behind your back now.
supervisor.
Put your hands
I
behind
asked
your
to
back
speak
now.
with
Put your hands
the
behind your back
supervisor.
now. You're gonna get tased.
I asked to speak
All right.
with the
There we go.
supervisor.
You
I
want it?
asked to speak with the supervisor.
Put your hands behind your back.
I asked to speak with the
All right.
supervisor.
Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back now. Put your hands behind your back. Roll over on your side. Roll over. Put your hands behind your back now. Put your hands behind your back. Get over here now. Get on the ground now. Get on the ground now. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Get your hands behind your back now. She got bail on me. Hey, hey, Mike, Put your hands.
I ain't doing nothing, man. Somebody help us. I ain't doing nothing.
You got it?
Somebody help us. I ain't doing nothing, man. Somebody please help.
Home address. Hey, bro, I ain't did nothing, bro. You know I ain't did nothing, bro. Why did you do me like that? Why did you do me like that, bro? Why did you do me like that, bro?
I had to speak with the supervisor.
Listen to me.
What you mean? I had to speak with the supervisor. Mike!
6 Charlie, we got both the
Help
tanks.
us, Mike! Mike!
Listen to me.
The supervisor.
The next time,
I had to speak with the supervisor.
listen to me. The next
I
time,
had to speak with the supervisor. I told you my IDs, my home address, bro.
no, you didn't. I asked for your IDs, and you refused to give them.
What are you talking about? I got my shit in my hand. I gave him my IDs.
No.
I had to speak with the supervisor. This is my home address, bro. We been here, man. I had to speak with the supervisor.
The next time,
You were told to leave.
the next time you're giving instruction, you need to listen. Period. Do you understand? You ain't in charge of this. Team Charlie Radio. Start a supervisor. We got one tased.
Nyshawn and Stefan Beckham were charged with trespassing and resisting arrest. About a year later, in September of 2017, all the charges against the Beckhams were finally dismissed. Around that time, LMPD Chief Steve Conrad initiated an internal investigation into Officer Satterley, which remained open from January 2017 until April of 2018.
Why these officers, such as Officer Satterley, are not being charged with crimes.
David Johnson represented the Beckhams. Prosecutors dropped all charges, and the city paid the couple a $50,000 settlement to avoid a lawsuit for wrongful arrest and excessive force.
But what does surprise me is how this officer still had a job after the initial encounter with my client.
In fact, nothing happened to Satterley as the case was reviewed internally by LMPD. He was never pulled off the street, and records show over the next year, he used excessive force at least 2 more times.
One incident involved Officer Satterley throwing a handcuffed man to the ground and verbally berating him. The other incident occurred when Officer Satterley used unreasonable force on another handcuffed suspect, resulting in injury. Although officers under internal investigation are often placed on administrative reassignment, Officer Satterley continued to remain on active duty. Chief Conrad concluded that Officer Satterley had displayed a pattern of aggressive and angry behavior, stating that the community needed protection from him. In April of 2019, Officer Gregory Satterley would finally be fired for the tasing of Nyshawn Beckham and the multiple other recorded incidences of his use of excessive force. The city of Louisville would quietly settle the Beckham's case out of court for $50,000.
An LMPD officer fired for tasing a woman sues to get his job back. Officer Gregory Satterley was fired last April. Satterley just filed a lawsuit asking a Louisville judge to reinstate him with back pay. He claims in part he was not allowed to present evidence on his behalf, including that he suffers from post-traumatic stress disorder.
In a significant development for the Louisville Metro Police Department, Chief Steve Conrad was dismissed from his position after 8 years of service. The decision came in the wake of a lawsuit filed by attorneys David Moore and Greg Sims concerning the fatal police shooting of Shelby Gazaway in 2019. This put both the department and Chief Conrad under scrutiny. Newly released deposition footage has shed light on the ongoing lawsuit, featuring attorneys questioning the former chief about a scathing report from the Department of Justice. This report highlighted various instances of misconduct within the LMPD, including the use of unjustified neck restraints, excessive deployment of police dogs and tasers, and the execution of search warrants with invalid documentation. Moreover, it accused the department of unlawfully stopping and arresting citizens during traffic stops and engaging in discriminatory practices against black residents.
I was relieved of that job on June 1st of 2020.
You were the chief policymaker for LMPD during that period of time, correct?
Objection to form, you can answer. I was responsible for the policies that were made in the department.
Would you agree that LMPD unlawfully executed search warrants without knocking and announcing?
I'm sure there were situations where that occurred, yes.
Would you agree that Louisville Metro and LMPD engaged in a pattern or practice of conduct that derived people of their rights under the Constitution and federal law?
I don't think the Department of Justice would have included it if they did not have sufficient evidence to make that statement.
Are you familiar with the Department of Justice report that came out last week?
I'm aware of it. I'm not familiar with it.
Have you read it?
I have not.
Would you agree that within the time span where you were chief at Louisville Metro Police, LMPD used excessive force, including unjustified neck restraints and unreasonable use of police dogs and tasers?
Objection to form. You can answer if you know. I'm sure that there were times when that occurred.
Would you agree that LMPD conducted search warrants based on invalid warrants?
Objection to form. You can answer if you know. I don't know, but if it's in there, I assume it happened.
Would you agree that LMPD unlawfully executed search warrants without knocking and announcing?
Objection to form. You can answer if you know. I'm sure there were situations where that occurred, yes.
Would you agree that LMPD unlawfully stopped, searched, detained, and arrested people during street enforcement activities, including traffic and pedestrian stops?
Objection to form. You can answer if you know. I'm sure that occurred on some occasions.
Would you agree that LMPD unlawfully discriminated against black people in its enforcement activities?
Objection to form. You can answer if you know. I'm sure that happened in certain cases in individual circumstances, yes.
Would you agree that LMPD violated the rights of people engaged in protected speech critical of policing?
Objection to form. You can answer if you know. It would not surprise me if that occurred.
Did you know of specific incidents of that occurring?
I do not.
Would you agree that Louisville Metro and LMPD discriminate discriminated against people with behavioral health disabilities when responding to them in crisis?
Objection to form. You can answer if you know.
I'm sure there were situations where that occurred.
Would you agree that the failures in leadership and accountability have allowed unlawful conduct to continue unchecked at LMPD?
Objection to form. You can answer.
That could have occurred.
Would you defer to the report for their findings and for the specific instances of conduct that they found?
Objection to form. You can answer.
Yes, sir. I am. The Department of Justice knows what they're doing, and I don't doubt their findings.
Okay.
I'm not answering that question.
Do you have identification on you? Need you to identify yourself.
I'm not going to.
Okay, go ahead and turn around for me.
No, get away from... What are you... Get me out of handcuffs now! Get me out of handcuffs!
Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. This video starts with me and my wonderful son out playing. He's jumping on the trampoline. We were visiting with my parents before I had court the next day, when out of nowhere he spots an agent of the state and tells me, "Now I want to make it clear the stress I was under in this situation. I have been violated by this department in front of my brother before."
I'm detaining you.
Yeah, they are detaining me totally unlawfully here. Keith, I want you to record.
Chill out, man.
Yeah.
I'm not...
You guys are doing totally unlawful things right now.
Everyone's a body cam.
Yeah, we're good, you know. This is totally unconstitutional. And you guys take an oath to uphold the Constitution. I don't know if you're aware of that. And this time, my little boy is present. The tension is very high.
Are you a frog? Yeah. Ribbit, ribbit.
Oh, there's the police.
Where?
Car.
The hell?
There's a police car.
Nate, come on, down. Nate, hurry. Come up. Come on. Nathan. Come on. You're going inside. Go inside and get Grandpa. Go in and get Grandpa right now. What's up, dude? What's your name? I'm not answering that question.
Okay. Do you have identification on you?
No.
Okay.
Nate, go get your grandpa now. Run. Run and get Grandpa now.
Need you to identify yourself.
I'm not going to.
Okay, go ahead and turn around for me.
Dad! Come here. It's the police. No, I don't want you taking it. I don't want you taking my phone. I don't want you touching my phone.
I'm not going to touch it. That's fine.
Nathan, go with Grandpa. Dad, get him out of here. Please, please. Sorry for my tone. No, get away from... What are you... Get me out of handcuffs now! Get me out of handcuffs! Get me out of handcuffs! My name is not William. This is not William. Get me out of here!
He just asked my dad if my name was William. When my dad said no, he said he had already asked me that, which upon reviewing the footage I realized was a complete lie.
I don't care if I ask you. Get me out of here. What are you doing? Get out of my parents' house. I don't care. I don't... Me, hey, you, and get out of my damn parents' house now. Get out of here. The hell is wrong with you?
Sir?
You Americans don't have to identify themselves.
Sir, we were called to the area
Get
for
out
one
of my
person.
house. Get off of this property. I don't care. You're trespassing. You're trespassing now. Get off of here. Get off of here.
Speak with you real quick, please.
You can, yes.
Okay. We were called to the area for one person. He met the description for the one person. I asked him to identify himself. He refused. So that's what I asked him to turn around.
You have no reasonable, articulable suspicion of a crime. That is a violation of my 5th and 4th Amendment right. And I'm going to tell you something. You guys know who the hell I am. You know who I am, Fro Shower. I know.
I have no clue who
You're
you
a
are.
know who you are.
I have no clue who you are.
You get out of this yard now. I'm not interested in having a conversation with you.
Okay.
Get out of here.
I can appreciate that.
Sergeant Fro Shower, and what's your name?
Officer Abrams.
Abrams? Okay. Now get going. Now.
All right. Sorry for the confusion. Appreciate it.
All right.
Appreciate your cooperation. You have a good day.
All right.
You guys are thugs. You know that. I'm not gonna. These guys know what they're doing. They're trying to bully me. They're trying to traumatize me.
Okay. Have a good day.
Abrams, you don't know who I am? You don't know who I am?
No, sir, I do not. I'm not from this area. I have no idea who you are.
You're a Farmersburg cop? Learn who I am. And go to the next town council meeting.
So there's a few things I would like to unpack here. First of all, I don't know if they got a phone call about a man with a warrant. I do know that me fitting the description of another individual in the town of Farmersburg is highly unlikely, as is the police not knowing my name, seeing as I grew up in this small town, and it is an extremely small place. Also, when was the last time you heard the cops say, "Is that William? Oh no? It ain't? Okay, let him go. No need to confirm that." I don't know exactly what did happen in this incident, but I know it is strange that this happened a week or so after I was charged maliciously and unlawfully with felony stalking charges by the state of Indiana, with the complainant being a public employee. All right. The message that this might have just been intending to send might have been that they can get to me no matter if my family's here or not. This is massively weird and upsetting. As of right now, the crooks in Vermilion County, Indiana, are trying to have my pretrial release revoked and send me back to jail for a crime I never committed. Essentially, they are looking to lock me up for exercising our constitutional rights. I have talked to a lawyer, as this new charge is a felony, and the harassment that you just saw is becoming extremely problematic. To hire her, it will cost me $4,000, and I am reaching out to you, liberty lovers everywhere, to help me out with this feat. Felony charges are no joke, and navigating a courtroom as a layman is extremely dangerous, especially with the charges being felonies. So, I am asking for help, and I do appreciate all help that I get. My Cash App and PayPal will be in the description below. Before I go, I want to leave you all with the angle of this unprovoked kidnapping attempt that my dad was able to capture because he did not see my phone recording. Remember, always record the police.
The hell is wrong with you?
Sir?
You Americans don't have to identify themselves.
Sir, we were called to the area
Get
for
out of
one
my
person.
house. Get off of this property. I don't care. You're trespassing. You're trespassing now. Get off of here. Get off of
Can I
here.
speak with you real quick,
You
please?
can, yes.
Okay. We were called to the area for one person. He met the description for the one person. I asked him to identify himself. He refused. So that's what I asked him to turn around.
You have no reasonable, articulable suspicion of a crime. That is a violation of my 5th and 4th Amendment right. And I'm going to tell you something. You guys know who the hell I am. You know who I am, Fro Shower. I know who you are.
I have no clue who you are.
You get out of this yard now. I'm not interested in having a conversation with you.
Okay.
Get out of here.
I can appreciate that.
Sergeant Fro Shower, and what's your name?
Officer Abrams.
Abrams? Okay. Now get going. Now.
All right. Sorry for the confusion. Appreciate it.
All right.
Appreciate your cooperation. You have a good
Okay,
day.
all right.
Mr. Aguilar?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Is this your truck?
It is.
The Ford? All right. So we prefer not to have you directly in front of the house. Would you mind just moving back and talking with this officer real quick?
I'd rather just go ahead and ask for my watches and get this over with.
Okay. Yeah, but we want to keep those separated.
I mean, we're separated. I'm not gonna stay there. I literally just want to knock on the door, ask for the watches.
We're gonna go up and ask.
Why can't I go up to the house?
Because we want to keep those separated.
Am I trespassed?
I don't know.
I'm not trespassed. That is my house. I mean, I literally just want to knock on the door and ask for the watches. I'm just trying to get watches because I'm not able to contact my daughter and she's keeping me from contacting her. She's not allowing me to talk to her. She's forgetting to charge it or forgetting to put it on. She kept me from seeing her yesterday. I was supposed to take her to the carnival. That got ruined. So, you know, I just don't want the watches or the tablet to get destroyed. She can have them whenever she's with me. So if she refuses to give them up, I want it on body cam, also on my car, my phone as well, so I'm recording. So anything that I go to court with or anything, it's all documented. But, you know, I'd rather not have anything solicit or anything. So I'm there standing with y'all, can knock on the door. Hey, can I have the watches? Hey, can I have the tablets? No, that's fine. I'll turn around and leave. I'm not trying to make an argument out of this, you know, but I don't want you to talk to her and be like, oh, no, you know, you don't have to give it to her or anything. Hey, I want the watches and the tablet. No, that's fine. I'm not trying to make this a big deal, you know.
Well, she's requested that you don't go up to the front door. All right.
It's not illegal. I'm not doing anything. No, I'm just trying to knock on the door.
You want it on recording, and we're recording.
That's fine. So that's all I want to do. Y'all want to walk with me?
No.
Y'all not gonna walk with me? Are you refusing?
What do you want? What problem?
I just told you I want to knock on the door, get my watches and the tablet, just so they're not destroyed. That's it. If you can walk with me, if you can walk with me.
No, just hang on.
Are you refusing to walk with me?
No, that's not what
that's
I'm
all.
saying.
I want you to walk with me so I can have it on camera.
We're not going to put you guys in a situation where
I'm not doing anything. If she does that, I'm calm. I'm talking to y'all. I'm not angry or anything. I just want the watches.
She preferred that you did not go up there.
She preferred, and what she's enforced. This is my house.
Okay. Let me find out.
Come on.
Nope. Hang on.
He's asking so that we don't have altercation.
I understand that, but feelings and preferredness is not law. Are you law enforcement or are you feelings enforcement?
No, we don't have any dog in this fight.
Okay, then if you're not going to help me, say you're not going to help me, get in your cars and leave.
We're not going to put you in that situation.
Okay, but if you're not going to help me, get in your cars and leave. Okay, can you come with me to the door? Can you come with me to the door so I can ask? No, you're not going to come with me to the door? Can you come with me to the door? That's fine.
He's asking if we make contact first.
I just want to ask for a watch and tablet. That's it. I don't want any.
Absolutely. But do you mind just waiting right here, just while we make contact, just so there's no physical?
We don't want you to talk to her, and we don't want her to talk to you.
Okay, what you want and what's legal is two different things.
Okay.
Legal, I can knock on the door. I can ask for my watches.
We're here to help you.
I know. And if you're not going to help me, then I would ask for y'all to get on your vehicles and go about your way. So are y'all going to help me knock on the door and ask for my tablet?
But we have ways that we do things.
Okay, I understand your policy, but I'm trying to do it legal. So I'm trying to go up there, and if you're not trying to...
She doesn't want you up there.
Okay, then I would like you to get off my property.
Okay, well, we have permission to be here from her.
No, I called. This is my property.
Doesn't matter.
Okay, then I'm going to knock on the door. Yes, we are.
She asked that you do not have any contact with her.
That's fine.
Okay.
You can stand up there.
We're going to honor that.
That's fine. You can honor it. It's not law. And her feelings is not legal, so...
We don't have any feelings in this.
I said her feelings.
Okay.
I just need the girls' watches and the tablets. If yes, they are. They're under my account. If you don't want to give them to me, just say you don't want to give them to me. That's fine. Yes, they are. I can prove it. Yes, they are. I can prove it. If you don't want to give them to me, just say so.
You can back away from the door and call your T-Mobile.
If you don't want to give them the watches, just say so. I'm not going inside. I'm just saying, tell them that you don't want to give me my watches, and I'll leave.
My daughter has proof on her phone. The watches and my phone and her phone are on her account.
Okay.
Okay, so you're not going to give up the watches?
They're not yours.
So you're not going to give up the watches?
They're not yours.
No, you're not going to give up the watches?
Are they yours?
No, are you not going to give up the watches?
Okay, this is ridiculous, and stop with the
All I want is the
crap.
answer.
I'm sorry about
So
the
no?
mosquitoes.
Yes, ma'am. We tried to keep y'all separated. He insisted on coming up here.
I know.
So no?
That's what he does.
Is that the answer?
And
No?
Does he
that's what
live
does
here
too.
anymore?
No, he requested to.
My name's on the property.
He requested to pack his stuff. He requested divorce.
She kicked me out.
And he left.
How long ago
I
did
did
you
not
leave?
She
kick you
kicked me
out.
out.
Okay, I have the text messages of that
Mhm.
too. You left, and you
So you don't live
requested
here
to
anymore?
leave.
No, I
understand
was
you-
kicked out.
you-
Yes.
You were.
I was kicked out.
Okay.
So no, you're not going to give me the
done here?
watches or the tablet?
You can get her tablet. It's on the kitchen table.
Okay.
I'll let.
I'm not
Abby-
gonna go in the
Abby
house.
know. Oh, thank you.
Mhm.
I'll let Abby know that you took the
And
tablet.
and the watches, so I can't talk to her anymore because you just so I'm not going to
No,
do that.
I didn't take you off her watches.
Anyways, if I can have it and the watches, but if you don't want to give me the
Do
watches,
you mind
say no.
grabbing your ID? Just
It's not a
so that I
problem.
can
Can
say
you
who I
come in
spoke
here
to.
though?
Yeah, in just a second. Do you
And
mind
you want me
grabbing
to
your
step
ID as
back?
well?
I don't have the ID.
Well, you do, because
Why?
you're involved in this.
Why?
Because I need to know who
What
I'm
law?
talking to. Okay.
3802. Am I arrested? Am I under
All right.
arrest?
That's
Am
how
I
this is gonna
detained?
go? Okay. It's a 96. You check priors and see if Mr. Aguilar's been run. We ID everybody that we come in contact with.
I understand that's your policy.
Did you get what you needed?
I'm waiting on it.
He's gonna get a text.
And then this officer decides to run me. I didn't give him my information, so it's illegally running it because I didn't give it to you.
No, it's not.
You can run my plates.
What's going on with YouTube?
She's just mentally abusive, so I can't deal with it anymore. I dealt with it 7 years, and I decided to leave. So now that I'm
When did you
trying
leave?
to, a few days ago.
A few days ago?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Where are you staying
You know.
at now? You got family or something?
I got everything a little bit everywhere. I work kind of here and there, so
I got you. What? How many kids you guys got together?
technically I don't have any kids. They're not mine. They're not on paper. They're not blood. They're not anything. But I raised that little girl since
Right.
6 months years old.
Okay.
So, you know, we got her from a bad situation. We raised her together. And then, you know, now I legally don't have any authority over her. Not even authority. I legally don't have any rights to see her or
But you guys
anything.
were married, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you raised the child together, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, like,
But
you're
there's no
saying, like, in the
paperwork.
family court?
There's none of that. It was all her daughters,
Right.
which was technically she's my granddaughter, and she took her from her daughter. So she has
I see
paperwork
what you're saying.
to be able to be a guardian. I was just the guy in her life, but she knows me as dad because I've been the only guy in her life. But legally, I have no legality
Like the
under
judge
it.
is saying that, or what?
No, I don't, because we never filed any paperwork. So there's no adoptions, there's none of that. I'm gonna have to go through that and to see if I can't get it done. If there's a way
The
to do
family
it.
court,
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't even know if there's a way.
And she's not playing ball with you, or what?
She's being difficult about it. So
And so when she was supposed to go with you yesterday, she was like, she just said no, or?
well, yesterday was you know, I was telling her about money separations and everything. You know, I was trying to be civil about it and everything. And then, you know, I left enough money in our account to be able to pay the bills. She withdrew it all, took everything out because I transferred the rest
Are
over
y'all
to my
still legally
account.
married?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So, no, she
Unfortunately,
can.
she's allowed
She
to do
can. I mean, that wasn't a big deal. I just, you know, hey, that was for bills. I'm not putting anything else in that account. That was for bills. You know, so I hope you use it for bills. You
But
want to
she took
take over
money out
everything.
for you too.
I
You separated
transferred
it
it to an account, so I have one half, and I'm going to take care of the bills. And she took it all out, and I was like, I'm not putting any other money in there.
Yeah.
That was for bills, so I hope you use it for bills.
Okay, I
So,
gotcha.
you know, it is what it is, and that became an argument. And then I tried to call my daughter, and she was like, "Oh, well, she didn't have her watch on." But every day when I was here, when we bought them, every day she had them on. Every day she was able to use it. Every day. Then all of a sudden she can't use it. All of a sudden she can't answer my phone
whatever.
calls.
She's
All of a
left
sudden
the
she's not
watch
able
at
to
the
do that,
house
and
over
she's
and
never
over.
done that before. It just so happened conveniently she started to do that once I left the house.
Oh,
So
no.
it is what it is, but I understand.
It is what it is.
Have you
You're
guys
off your
started?
walker.
Have you guys started the paperwork and everything?
Yes,
No, it's
I
over the
already have
weekend.
an
I have to go
attorney.
on Monday.
1354, 59.
I have an attorney
Is there
as
any
of
other-
Friday.
Is there any more of your property inside?
Yeah, I have to schedule one to come get it, but
You're gonna stay-
yeah, I have to make sure I have room for it.
Do you have like?
And that's if she doesn't destroy it or get rid of it or throw it away.
Well, I'm sure you're familiar with the civil side, right?
Yeah, but it doesn't mean she can't. It doesn't mean she can't.
Doesn't mean she can't, but if she does, there's repercussions.
Yeah.
It still shows Daddy
Is
on
Yeah.
there. He is still on there.
anything that
watches.
you
I
need
have
here
not
today
heard
besides the tablet and the watch? Like, do you have all your hygiene stuff and all that kind of stuff you need?
I can get all that stuff. I'm not worried about it.
Okay, here you go.
Thank you. All right. Thank you, guys.
Yes, sir.
All right, guys, how we doing, man? How we doing? You guys hanging in there? You still with me? If so, you have made it all the way to the end. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me for a couple minutes today. I appreciate that. Very, very special thank you to the 4 channels that I highlighted today. That was Dawn Andre Investigations, Hendry, Louis Aguilar, and D.DDL, some shitter. I don't fucking know. If you guys are unfamiliar with these channels, I always leave the original links in the description for you guys to click on, head on over, let them know we was getting fucked up. We was watching their shit. We support them. We love them. We got their fucking back over here. If you have a Facebook page, be sure to check out the USVSTHEMPGH Facebook group where my motherfucking dude Chris will keep you guys entertained with shit all day long that you do not see on this channel. That all being said, you guys are important, cared for, valuable, unbelievably appreciated, especially to me. If no one has told you guys yet today, just know that I love yous, and I will see yous Monday morning. Cheers, guys. Stay safe.
'Cause these are my people, and this is my land. This is what we pray for, and this is God's plan. And if you ain't from here, then you won't understand. This is my country, and this is who I am.